All right, everyone, here we are with ticker symbol WKHS, Workhorse Group Inc. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all my first-time viewers and investors. Welcome to my channel, Invest for Tomorrow. To all my subscribers, welcome back, and let's jump into this chart. So, one of the most important things here for Workhorse is it was having a steady rise. It was healthy, it was good, it was strong, based off of low volume, and obviously its volume wasn't really passing the 50 millions or even the 60 millions. It was hanging out around 20, 30, 40, and we're still seeing the same amount of volume, but things have turned around quite a bit. It could be investors profit taking, it could be uncertainty, it could be people just not as bullish about the company because they read an article or they read something that just didn't stir them in the direction of continuing to hold or put more into the company. But one thing I could say is that it's clearly looking like profit taking for anybody that's been here around this area or even before it. And there could be a recovery. I'm not saying that it's going to be a recovery back to where the highest point was, but it could come back from 2281 if the profit taking stops and bulls reappear and believe in this company. I mean, if this is short term and it doesn't go much deeper down or back to these pre levels before this bullish run of around $15, then obviously this is all healthy growth and this is just profit taking, and the healthy growth can actually recover and start to continue again. But if this plummets pretty hard for the next coming days or weeks, then honestly, Workhorse is on its way down into bearish territory deeply, as we're already seeing it, and it may continue. So those are some things to consider. I'm going to talk about this very narrowed, and then I'm also going to talk about it a little bit broader. So we're going to see what's going on in this chart. Very bullish run that it had, and the most important point here is 31.22. I want you guys to write that number down, or just to even round it down. $31 is the most pivotal number right now for Workhorse. It's the highest that it reached value per share, and that is very important. There's been a resistance formed there, and it's been rejected from that point forward. And Workhorse has hit newer lows, and it's actually starting to work its way down to newer support levels and further away from the 50-day moving average into bearish territory very deeply. So as I go into the chart and we get closer to see what's important for tomorrow, I just want every investor to know $31 just by rounding it down. I know it says 31.22 and I stated that, but just to round it down, $31 in general is the most important number for the bulls to break through so this can start to see newer highs and new resistance levels. Now, on the other hand, we are having here how support was broken through, resistance wasn't able to be reached, and we're going to see our new levels of support and resistance here based off the charts. And we're also going to look at the 50-day moving average. And if support gets broken through, I do want to give you guys another point of reference here based off of the chart, and that's $20.50. $20.50 was the hard dip that this reached here on the 8th, right? And from that moment forward, it started to recover. There was a slight dip, but this right here is a support that's already been touched and maybe broken through if this support gets broken through. But the next point after this will be $20.50. So keep that in mind. Write that down on the other spectrum of things to see how bearish this could get. So let's zoom in here and see what's important for tomorrow. Now, the 50-day moving average, super important. 2639. If 2639 gets broken through, the bulls have accomplished getting into bullish territory, and they broke through the 50-day moving average, but 2639 needs to be turned into a support, and the bulls need to start to work their way further away from it in an upward direction, breaking new resistance levels and new highs. So that's something to bear in mind. Now, since we're below it, we are clearly in bearish territory. Now the bears are going to want to break through support, and the first support level is 21.78. I want to emphasize how important it is because we've had 2 days of supports being broken through, and we're 2 days now, as we can see here in total, in bearish territory. And support getting broken through, right, in this direction is just bringing this deeper into bearish territory, moving further away from the 50-day moving average in a downward direction. That is why support is super important. I want to emphasize how important it is to pay close attention to it. If it breaks through 21.78, how is it hanging out there? Put your 1 minute, 5 minute, 15-minute chart. See if there's any bullish candlesticks appearing there, or is it just looking bearish? And how quickly is it moving down to newer lows? Look at the volume of inflow and outflow just to kind of get an idea of what's going on. But 21.78 gets broken through, super important to keep in mind, paying close attention to what's going on in the behavior of the stock at that moment, because this could test newer lows and break through new support levels. And the bears are going to do their best to break through it and bring this down further away from the 50-day moving average. Now, on the other hand, we have our resistance level. And our resistance level is 25.87. If 25.87 gets broken through, that is not where it needs to stop for the bulls. The bulls need to break through it and turn to a support, but that does not mean that the bulls have gained control again or they're about to have a rally. No, that just gives us a sense of direction of where this stock is going. It's going in an upward direction. But the bulls are going to want to break through 25.87 and turn that into support. But their main goal is 26.39. That's the 50-day moving average, and that's what's going to allow them to get into bullish territory once they cross that and turn that into support. But 25.87, before any of that happens, is the most important, and at least it gives us a sense of direction of where this is going. And if they turn this into support, they can start to work their way up to newer highs and new resistance levels. As always, I hope you guys found this video helpful and informative, and it means you well. If you feel encouraged or inclined to subscribe, please do so. But don't forget to click on the bell so that you guys can turn on all notifications to not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community. Don't forget to hit the like button and let me know you watched this video. And at the end of this video, there is a pop-up video, so keep your eyes out for it. It's about to pop up. Don't forget, or don't hesitate, better said, to click on it if you haven't already seen it. There's very helpful information in there, and it talks about one of the few strategies I've been using since we've been in this volatile market and also bullish market for the last couple of months, and we're starting to see this into a bearish trend. Hopefully there's a recovery sooner or later, but if the bearish trend continues, in that video, I talk about the strategy I've been using that makes certain stocks go up when the Fed pumps the stock market, right? And I talk about all that information in that video. And certain stocks go up 30 cents to $2, $3 per share. And I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but per share, depending on how much you obtain, then you will start to see your results based off of those amounts of purchase. So what I'm trying to say is 30 cents to $2, $3 may not seem like a lot, but when you buy in bulk a certain amount of shares, those returns, you will see them. And it's not that they're guaranteed, but most likely if you're in the S&P 500, which is how I base off the analysis, and it's an S&P 500 company, and you go ahead and compare the S&P and the company itself on the scheduled dates, you can go ahead and see the correlation, how they both move in the same behavior. Once you've done your rational decisions, your due diligence, and your research, you'll be able to go ahead and rationalize if that's where you want to invest. I go into more detail about that in the video. I'm not there to tell you guys to buy, sell, or hold. I'm just there to inform you guys and enlighten you guys to help every single viewer and investor so that we can all be well equipped to maximize profits and minimize losses. That's what we're here for, and we can learn and grow. And it's a topic that a lot of people aren't really talking a lot about, and I wish more people did, but I'm glad I'm here to enlighten you guys. And it's something a lot of investors are overlooking, or they know about it, but they don't feel too sure about it. And I'm just here to break it down and go ahead and share the information with you all. So click on the video. It should be there if it isn't already. And thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.